Focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word for it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that green light. I'm feeling green light. Talking to my past life. Focus on my brake lights. Losing to my future now. Focus on my brake lights.
Hello and welcome to Breaking the Silence. My name is Francisca.
My name is Nori.
I'm Angelique.
And we are Breaking the Silence.
Yes.
We are here to entertain you, give you great content, and a little bit of a twist on everyday topics.
Yes,
and today
yes.
is going to be
No different.
Exactly. So as the year is ending and a new year is beginning, there's so much to reflect on,
Oh my
so
goodness,
much to look
there
back
is.
on, and so much planning and goal setting into the new year, right?
Yes, there is.
So that is
Yes,
what
there
we're going to
is.
be talking about. Resolution, revolution. So we are going to be rethinking our New Year's goals, as well as giving a little bit of tips and tricks
I'm ready to tell about this.
how to be able to get your goals started and keep them going.
All right.
Because I know we all want goals.
No.
But then a couple of days in, you're like, I never started.
That's
not
why I'm
even
ready to talk
started."
about this.
So that is what we're going to be talking about. And beyond the gram, redefining relationship goals.
This
And
is
this
also
is
very
always
interesting.
very, very deceiving for so many
Yeah.
people.
Especially
So,
the holiday
is.
season,
Yes.
you know?
yes, just because you see smiling faces on the
great
side of your
topic.
screen doesn't mean
that
that
we're
it's
gonna be talking about
always
today.
like that. And we're going to be getting to know our hosts a little bit more with two truths and a
And a
lie.
lie.
We're going
I'm
to
ready.
see who is telling the truth, who
ready.
is lying, who's going to be able to tell which one is the lie. Are you
Yeah.
ready for that?
I'm ready.
You ready for
I
that?
think I'm
Yes.
ready.
Ready.
I mean, I get
Did
two.
you already get the answers?
No.
Find out?
We didn't
No.
even see it. We'll find out later.
I don't know. They always seem to have ways to be able to seek in the answers. All right. But we are breaking the silence without the
Question of the day.
of the day.
Yes.
So let us go into the question
And
of
it
the
is.
day. What winter thing do you wish they would sell year around?
Oh.
You have your
So
answer,
my
Nora?
yes. So my
No, there was a little delay,
Let's
right?
go ahead and give her moment. Go ahead, Nori. What is the one thing?
No,
No,
you really?
no. What is the one thing?
Eggnog. I love
thing.
eggnogs.
You're
All right.
giving
I
her
got
this.
it out. Yay.
You finally, I got
No,
I have
the
to give
last
it to you.
day of the year,
last
she
day,
is
yeah.
giving
Oh,
her
you see how
this
nice she
time.
is? All right.
Okay.
So finally,
Eggnog.
First
we
and
have to
last.
let
All
her
year round, they should have
speak.
eggnogs. Oh, I love them. Okay.
Okay. All right, so Nori already gave in her responses, but the question of the day is for our viewers on the other side of the screen. We want to hear from you.
Yes,
so
we
you can
do.
scan our QR code. There you go. It's there on your screen. Scan that QR code. It'll take you to our Instagram page at Breaking the Silence _talk show, where you can leave in your responses, and maybe one of your responses will be read on air. We'd love to hear from our co-hosts on the other side of the screen, so don't be shy. Send in your responses. But as always, if you don't want your answers read on air, no problem. Just put it there in the comment. I want to participate, but I don't want it read on air, and we will respect that, and we will not read it on air.
Always.
Right? But on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Real women, real talk. Breaking the silence is where stories become connections. Let's break the silence together.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Life gets busy, and sometimes you miss your favorite show. But for all of you fans of the Breaking the Silence program, we've got you covered. Introducing watch.ulfn.org/Breaking the Silence. It's your go-to destination to catch up on all the Breaking the Silence program episodes that you've missed. With a few simple clicks, relive the deep conversations, the fascinating topics, the laughter, and the thrills that only Breaking the Silence can provide. You can satisfy that itch for more at watch.ulfn.org/Breaking the Silence. Our easy-to-use interface enables you to choose which of your favorite episodes to watch at your convenience. Breaking the Silence, a woman's talk show to inspire and motivate. Get ready for a journey of empowerment, inspiration, and unfiltered conversations. Welcome to Breaking the Silence.
Real women, real talk. Breaking the Silence is where it all goes down. Let's connect and empower together.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
It's the time of year where so many people get excited to start a new year, to ring in a new year, and the excitement of setting goals and starting fresh, starting new. But how many times do you say, hey, I'm going to start this new year, I'm going to do all of these amazing things, and it's like you never start. You don't know how to start, or you get so overwhelmed with the process that you just give up before it's starting. So that is what we're going to be talking about here on Breaking the Silence, being able to revamp and being able to figure out a way to have these goals set in place and to make them achievable, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. But you know what? I think I'm going to be the party pooper here for a little bit because, I mean, every single year is kind of like the same thing with some people, you know, oh, the new year is coming. I got to set new goals. Listen, why do we have to wait till a new year to set new goals, to set realistic goals and actually go through with it? I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way
That
with
is
this.
why we're going to challenge that traditional approach.
Yes, we
you know?
are. We are. I mean, it's needed because, I mean, listen, time is passing by. We're not getting younger. So we don't need to wait for New Year's in order to set New Year's resolution or to set goals. No.
But people always wait for a new month, a new week, for any kind of reason.
Yeah.
People always need a reason to start because you're just not motivated, or because you're overwhelmed by the goals that you're setting for yourself. You've made them so big, so drastic, so overwhelming that it's like, then you don't even start.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the issue, is when you have these huge ideas and huge goals, that's why you don't start.
Overly
that's why
ambitious.
You need a reason to start.
Yeah, it's true. And with that, I think we need to be realistic with ourselves, setting like small goals to start off instead of just, like I just said, being overly ambitious and be like, hey, you know what? This new year, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds. Why? Why do we need to set a certain limit? Just start off, just work on your overall health. As you work on your overall health, you're automatically going to lose weight and reach your goal slowly but surely, as opposed to just kind of amping yourself up and then kind of just dying down along the way.
And you know, those goals, those small goals, you need to have meaning like behind it. Because imagine, okay, I just want to lose 20 pounds, but then you really don't have that drive, you don't have an intention why you are putting that goal there, right, in your New Year's resolution. So it's not going to work out because you don't have that motivation, that drive. You didn't put a meaning. You didn't set an intention to it because I want to lose weight because I want to be healthy, like you said. I want to be well. I don't want to be feeling like a backache or migraine here and there, because overall you put a meaning to it. So I think that's why a lot of people lose focus and be overwhelmed because they don't have like a general, you know, checkup, you know, of what is this meaning? What is this going to do with me in the long run? It's just like a short-term goal.
I think what they do is they put these goals on a list, or the goal is in their mind. And they just say, in 2025, this is what I'm going to do. These are the things that I'm going to achieve. But they don't set out a plan. If you don't plan, if you do not plan, then you are going to fail. You are not going to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. But people use the new year as a fresh and a sense of hope. To have a fresh start, to have this sense of hope that all these things are going to be fulfilled. There's going to be a new me, a new year, and to be able to achieve all of these things. But it doesn't always happen that way, right?
Yeah. I think it doesn't always happen that way because we're also looking at other people. We see what other people set themselves to do, and instead of doing something for yourself, you're doing it just because you saw someone else do it, they saw results, and it looks good. Like going back to the 20 pounds, you know, I can look at Angeline and be like, oh, Angeline lost 20 pounds. I think I'm gonna do that. But I'm doing it just because I saw her do it, not because I really had the intentions deep down inside. Because when you really have the intentions deep down inside to do it, you're not going to go based off what someone else did. You're not going to go based off of what you've seen maybe on social media or whatever. You're going to do it for you. You're going to do it because you see the importance, the purpose, like Angeli said, behind it. So that, and when you do it, you're actually going to see the results, and you're going to go full force with it.
There was a study that was done in the University of Scranton that said only 9% of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions. That is so low. But we've talked here on the show before about having goals and how to set goals.
Yeah.
If you just say this is what I want to do, but you don't, like you said, you have no intention behind it, you have no plan behind it, you don't know how you're going to achieve it, you just set yourself up, basically you're setting yourself up for failure. Because you say I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or I'm going to stop doing this, or I'm going to start doing X, Y, and Z, but you don't set a plan of how you're going to achieve it. And it's not like you said, you don't want to achieve the outside result. You want to become whatever your goal is. Of who that person is that achieves goals like that.
And what are the steps when you put that goal? You know, it's not like you're gonna achieve it in one day or a month or something. It's like a year goal, so it's going to be small steps. So, for example, you know, losing weight. Okay, that means I'm gonna restrict foods that, you know, they're not healthy for me. That means I'm not gonna eat out. That means I'm gonna meal prep. That means I could probably go to the gym, you know, 3 times a week or 2 times a week. So you need those steps. You cannot just put like, you know, okay, a list. I wanted to lose this, and then I want to have like a, you know, general health, I want to be healthy, but what are the steps after that? And I think a lot of people like give up on the way because, okay, these things that come after writing down that, you know, that goal, it makes it a little harder than writing it on paper, you know, because now you need to take action. Now, as you said, plan. What is the plan for you to have that success? Because again, it's not going to be in a month. You know, for you to start small, it's going to take a while. It would probably be like 3 months, 6 months, or maybe towards the end of the year. But if you're consistent, right? I think that is why, you know, New Year's resolutions or resolutions in general make it hard for people because we are not consistent. You know, when we lose track of it, okay, there's a gathering of family, and then I lose track of, you know, this, okay, I need to lose pounds and this and that. And then it's hard for you to get back on track. You're not consistent on what you put on that paper.
So something that I have found that has worked, because I mean, we could talk about it. These are all things that people have heard. These are all things that people are going through. They're like, come on now, I already know this. What is the solution? What is it that we can actually do to make these achievable and actually sustainable? So for me, I am terrible. Like, I will set goals in my mind and be like, oh, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and like, this is how it's gonna be. And then I don't even start it. And then I get frustrated because I'm like, I didn't start it. I disappointed myself again. And you go into that cycle. But actually before, a couple of days ago, I was thinking that when I didn't finish the vision board. If you have been on our show before, you've heard me talking about this. I never finished the vision board, but I did find the pictures and I had the idea of what I wanted to put on my vision board for that new year. And I never thought twice about it again until we had a guest on our show and she was talking about it, and I reflected back on the pictures I had chosen. And now looking back, I've achieved almost all of the pictures that I have put on that vision board. So now, just 2 days ago, I was thinking, man, I need to actually fulfill the vision board. I need to create a new vision board for myself and start getting the pictures together, because this is one thing that I saw that actually worked and something that I can use and see, like, okay, if I put the pictures on there, if I choose what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be, and keep it on my wall where I'm always gonna see it, then it will constantly remind me of the goals that I set, instead of just keeping them in my mind, or these unrealistic goals, which, you know, losing 20 pounds. I mean, we always talk about these are the goals, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not realistic. What is more realistic? Okay, I'm gonna make more meals at home.
There you go.
I'm not gonna eat out as much. I'm not gonna order Uber Eats as much.
Yeah.
You know, these are other goals, and it's not like, let me take all of it away. No, instead of doing it 4 times out of the week, I'm gonna do it 2 times out of the
There
week,
you
whatever
go.
the case is. But what has worked for y'all with your New Year's resolution?
You know, for me, it has been like, let's say, for example, I have like a large goal. For me, it's a huge goal that I want to accomplish. Breaking down that small goal, that large goal, into manageable, you know, small achievements till I accomplish it. And if I know it's a large goal, I'm not gonna go ahead and just add more goals onto it. No, I'm gonna just stick to that one goal until I'm able to manage it, I'm able to do it, I'm able to accomplish it, and able to make it as well, instead of just saying, okay, you know what, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, I wanna do that. Because realistically speaking, throughout the year, everyone is in that hustle and bustle of always grinding, working hard, doing this, meeting deadlines, and all of these things. And along the way, you know, your goal, that one main goal that you really, really wanted to achieve, it kind of gets pushed to the side. So if you have a large goal that you do want to accomplish, break it down into smaller portions, into smaller, manageable, achievable goals. And I think that, you know, once you've accomplished it, then you're actually going to be proud of yourself, and it's going to push you and even motivate you even more towards the other goals as well.
For me, as I've mentioned, is consistency and also being kind to yourself, because, you know, there are days that you wouldn't be so motivated to actually, you know, do that. So you be kind to yourself, you know, give yourself some grace and then get back up. But then, because sometimes you can be that, you know, critic again. I don't know how many times I emphasize it. We can be our toughest critic, right?
Yeah.
So just be kind to yourself. If today didn't work out, so try again tomorrow. Track your progress to see where you left off, where you failed, and then get back on track. You know, maybe if you needed to go back to square one, but that's okay. As long as you're moving, as long as you're doing your part, as long as you're consistent and you're not stopping halfway, I think that's more important than you actually, okay, having this big goal and then, you know, wanted to achieve it, because it's the way, the journey that really matters, and how you end it, you know, so how you achieve it.
Yes, and if you're focused on just that goal, then what happens when you achieve that goal?
Yes.
So it is like an ongoing process. You always want to be changing, growing, developing, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and kind of going from there. Like you said, you want to be able to show grace to yourself, to be kind to yourself, to take these small steps so that you can achieve the goals. Because the idea is not just to, hey, let me hit this one goal and then that's it. The idea behind goals is because you want to become that person. You want to achieve those things. So as we had said before in the show, it's all about being 1% better. 1% better every day. Maybe that just needs to be your goal, is to do 1% more each day towards a smaller goal. Once you, like, if you have the bigger goal, break those down and just say, like, okay, the first week I'm going to do this, the second week I'm going to do this, and then those each goals will start stacking up. By the end of the year, you will have achieved your goal. But if you have this big, huge goal before you, it's going to be too overwhelming and you're not going to want to stick with it. So just do small little goals, and hey, maybe even do a vision board. If you happen to do a vision board, or you have some ideas that have worked for you in the past, and you want to share it with us, we would love to hear your advice, and maybe we'll put it on our Instagram page to help other people who are struggling there with their New Year's resolutions, or just changing their goals in general. Whatever the case may be, we would love to hear from you. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Alcoholics Anonymous. We're here to help.
We're about to start the meeting. Welcome to anyone new.
For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
All right, time for two truths
And a lie. Let's see how well I know.
We're going to be able to
my
tell.
friends.
All right, let's go.
All right. We're going to
gonna
get
go
to know our hosts a little bit more and get to know what they have been doing in their past, and whether or not they are lying or telling the truth.
Okay.
And we're even going to be able to tell the difference. Sometimes it's hard.
Will you be able to tell?
I don't know. We are going to find out, though.
Okay.
So
All right.
let us go. Two truths and a lie. Let's see the
Pull
first
up.
one.
Okay, we're gonna go with mine
Okay,
first. Okay, so number 1 is I have 7-step siblings. Number 2, I work out every day. Number 3, I wake up at 4 a.m. to start my skincare routine.
I think I know the lie in this one.
Yeah,
I think I know the lie.
Which is the lie? Which is the lie on all of
gosh.
these
Okay.
3?
Can we
Okay,
can we
I
count
have
it?
7
In
steps.
3, 2, 1. 2 is a lie.
Two is a lie.
Y'all think 2 is the lie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Aww.
It is a lie.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Are y'all ready?
Right.
Are we
y'all
wrong?
ready? So the lie is number 3.
You just told us not long ago that you don't work out every day.
But ever since then, I started doing my
It's not-
exercise every single day. So yes.
Did that start today?
I don't know.
When did that start?
I don't wake up at 4 a.m. to start my skincare routine. I do wake up at 4, but I don't start my skin
But
routine
you work out
as soon
every
as I
day?
wake up. Yes, I started.
For 1 minute?
Small, no.
For 1 minute.
Ever since that day, ever since that day, I do my little squats.
Oh.
I do my little sit-ups. It could just be 10, maybe 15, but I have started every
She's
day.
suspicious.
Every
She's
day.
like, I
Every
kind of
day.
like.
Yes, ma'am.
You
actually
do 10
did.
or 15 squats, or
Yeah. I start.
She wanna
starting
explore
off
it.
small. Starting off small.
That's definitely small,
so,
guys.
yes, it's very small, but you gotta start somewhere.
like 3 minutes.
I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna kill myself.
you could
So
at
yes,
least
I
do 3
started every
sets
day.
of 10 or something.
No. I started
Okay.
off small. So
All
it can be
right.
my
Small.
10 sit-ups. It can be my 10 squats. Maybe some jump
I feel like we were
ropes for
set up on that one.
Okay, all right. Okay, then.
All right.
So yes, number 3 is the lie.
Okay.
They didn't get it right, y'all.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, let's see the
Fine.
next one.
Let's see. Who's next? Oh, okay. This is mine. All right. Number 1, I have a birthmark on my finger. Number 2, I had an appendix removed when I was 13. And number 3, I have 3 moles on each hand. So which is the lie? Can you guess it?
I'm thinking.
Or do you guess it?
I would have
Can
to.
you not guess it?
I would have to
probably
say
won't.
number 2's the lie.
Probably
Let's say
won't.
number 3 is a lie.
You probably won't guess it.
Yeah, for me, number 2's the lie.
Number 3.
Number 3, number 2.
2 and 3.
Ding, 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 ding. Number 2 is
It's
the
the lie.
lie.
Yes.
Yes. I did not have my
Listen,
appendix
this girl-
removed.
This girl's full of moles. She got moles everywhere.
Yes, I have.
You have 3 on each
Yes,
hand?
I do.
Yeah.
I have 1, 2,
She's full of
3.
moles.
Here 3, and then here I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 here. I have
Yeah.
3 here, and I have a birthmark on my finger.
Ah,
Wow.
yes. All right.
Okay.
I'm getting
So-
to know Angela a little
Okay.
bit better.
All right. And her moles. All right.
Your
so,
2 truths and a
Now
lie.
yours.
to mine.
I am ready for
Are you
yours.
ready?
Yes. And
Let
Francisca's
us
on it.
see what
Let's see.
mine is. I played guitar in an all-girls band. I used to be a ballerina. A snake was found with me in my playpen.
What? Maybe
Okay,
that's
so
a trap.
for
That's
me,
probably a trap.
The
Can we have it
lie
again?
is number 2.
Wait, can I have it again? Can I see it again?
Yes, the lie
I
is
used to
number
be-
2. She was never a ballerina at any point
Wait, hold
in
on.
time in her life.
A snake was found with
Not
me
even as-
in my playpen.
Not even in Halloween as a costume. I don't believe it.
Okay, I'll go with number 3. A snake was found with me in my playpen.
No, number 2's the lie.
I'll do 3.
Okay.
You said 3?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, we ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Are you?
Imagine if it's number 1.
Number 1.
I was thinking about
I used to
it.
play. Yeah, I used to play the guitar, but I wasn't in a band.
Wow.
I
You were a
was-
ballerina?
What happened to that snake?
Can I see some?
No, I kind of like
Definitely
believe.
will never
Can I
see
see
the
some?
videos or the pictures.
Oh, come
no.
on.
Everybody was a ballerina. Even you were a ballerina when you were
Oh,
young.
man.
Except for me.
No.
You were a ballerina?
She was a
That's
cute
nice.
little
Can
ballerina.
you do the split? Can we see it here real quick? Just a
Do
preview.
some
There-
plie.
I can do the jazz
Do a
splits,
plie,
but I can't
like
do
this.
regular
You can do it right now. They want
No,
to
I
see
can't.
it. No?
Nope.
Darn it.
Cannot do
Oh,
it.
she was a ballerina, y'all.
I was,
That's
and there
nice.
was
And what
a
happened to
venomous
the
snake in my playpen when I was little.
That is
How?
crazy.
Yes, I have no idea how I got in there. All I know is they had to take care of it.
That's crazy. All right, so there goes our 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, so you got
Okay.
to know us a little bit more.
Yes, awesome.
We need to have pictures.
Yes, yes. I want to see that ballerina picture.
Like her
Oh my
little
God.
video
And her
of
little
her
toot-toot.
doing her plie and
Oh my
ballerina
gosh.
shoes.
I mean, because parents are terrible to the young kids. They want to put them in all kind of things
Yeah,
and have
I
them
can
dress up
imagine.
and dance and all.
yeah.
Oh no.
I would love to see Francisca in that. Yeah. We're going to have it here on the show soon.
Hello, ballerina.
Yeah. Oh, turn.
All right, but this is all that we have for 2 truths and a lie. I hope you enjoyed this segment, got to know us a little bit more, maybe even a little shock there for a
Yeah.
couple of us.
I'm
But
shocked.
we are going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
The show isn't over yet. Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Did you know that 18.7 billion text messages are sent every day worldwide? That comes out to 15.2 million text messages per minute. The content of all these texts is a wide range of anything and everything. But how many of them relate to God? You could spend hours texting friends and family, asking for help, searching for ways out of problems and conflicts, or just trying to escape the stress of life. But why not give God a chance? Reach out to Him. He always answers. If you need counseling, a word of faith, or even a prayer for today's needs, text us. We're always here for you, 24/7 and 365 days a year. As you well know, problems don't take breaks. Neither does God. And neither do we. 888-312-4141.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
Beyond the gram, we are going to be talking about relationships and relationship goals and how you should not be looking at Instagram or any social media thinking, oh, these people's relationships are absolutely perfect and mine is not. But as we always do on Breaking the Silence, we always have a little bit of a twist when it comes to any of our topics, and today is no different. So we're taking a deep dive on Instagram, on the gram, talking about the relationships that we see, but it's not always as perfect as what is shown on the Instagram.
It's true. A lot of times, most of the times when we look at couples on Instagram or any other social media platform, they kind of portray this kind of unrealistic, relationship or relationship goals or whatever, which I think it's it's not good in a way because it makes a person to compare. When you start comparing, that's when a lot of things start going wrong, because you know yourself better than anyone else. So we shouldn't have to look at relationships on social media and kind of just try to mirror ourselves off of it or kind of compare ourselves, because everything is completely different. And most of the times it's just for show. So that's something I think we really do need to be careful.
And we're going to redefine that today. You know, we are going to be breaking the silence, redefining that, and actually what entails a healthy and fulfilling relationship. What is really not being seen, you know, on social media, you know, beyond those beautiful pictures, smiling, affection, and all of the above.
Yeah. Yes, and that's the problem with Instagram. That's the problem with social media. Is you see all these smiling faces in videos. Oh, they're so lovey-dovey. They love each other. They had the perfect relationship. You see these comments all the time underneath people's posts talking about, oh, they're so in love. Relationship goals. I wish I had this relationship with my partner. But it's not real. Like, you have no idea. When that camera goes down, maybe they go into separate rooms. Maybe they get in an argument. Maybe they don't even like each other. They just put on a show in front of the camera to appear as though they are good because they need the likes, they need the follows, because let's face it, they're making money off of this thing. So they have to portray this unrealistic image of how the relationship really, really is. And that's affecting a lot of people's relationships.
You know, it could, at some degree, it could even be possible. Like, okay, you know, those are the relationship goals that you want and you can achieve it. But before you can get to those relationship goals that you see on social media that looks really good, I personally believe we need to look at ourselves first. For example, before getting into any relationship, you have to make sure that you're okay with you. You have to make sure that you're okay in all areas of your life, financially, health-wise, mentally, emotionally, or whatever, because everyone has baggages. Everyone has baggages, and in relationships, there are ups and downs. But if you don't focus on working on yourself, you can never be able to achieve those relationship goals that you see on social media, because when it comes to relationships, you're gonna have to deny yourself. When it comes to relationships, you are gonna have to sacrifice. When it comes to relationships, you're gonna have to compromise. So it all depends as well on the headspace that you're in. If you're not in that right headspace, oh, trust me, the relationship goals, they're never going to happen. So I think we just need to be realistic on that and focus on yourself first.
Yeah, and with those up and down comes with honest and open and honest communication. Because if you're going through something, you cannot just not talk silent treatment, not talking to your partner. If you want a fulfilling and healthy relationship, you need to talk. Sometimes it's something that's hard to do because, you know, maybe both of you were not in good terms, but you need that open and honest communication. And that is one thing that is supposed to be in a relationship. Another thing is, I like this one, respect, mutual respect and support. You know, no matter if you are on the rocks, you have disagreements, you have different views, but the respect, you need to keep that respect and support for the other person. Because imagine if you just want your views to be heard, imagine if you just want your opinions to be heard. This is my idea, it's my turn to talk, and you don't talk, it's just me. So where's the respect there? Where's the support there? Because sometimes we have two heads, right? Two heads, two different opinions, two different culture or traditions where you grew up upbringing. So you cannot really say that everything that you think or everything that you say, your partner is going to agree to that. So you need to understand that. But some people, they just want to have their views to be heard, their opinions and whatever.
They want what they want.
Yeah, they want what they want, women.
But then that's why there's problems in relationships. You have to learn how to compromise. You can't win every battle, and you cannot sit there and shove down your views and your opinions down your partner's throat and force them to accept it. Even if they might accept it in the moment, there's going to be animosity towards you for that. There's going to be problems that are going to be stirred up in your relationship later on. So if you want to be in a relationship, I think a lot of people, they get lost in the excitement and the feelings of relationships, and they want to have that partner to love them and to spend time with them and to do things with them. But they don't think about all, like you said, that self-denial that comes into relationships. You really have to deny yourself. You have to be willing to compromise. You have to be willing to help each other, to support each other. And it's not just about, oh, he's cute, she's pretty, I want to get in a relationship with that person. You need to see, do they share the same goals? Do they share the same beliefs? Do they have the same values that you have? Those things are I think those are like the core values of a relationship. And if you're not set on those core values in your relationship with your partner, then your relationship is going to fail. I'm so sorry, it's going to fail. Because if those are core values and those are beliefs and goals that you have set for yourself in a relationship and your partner does not share that, and they're opposite, the relationship is going to fizzle out. Or one of you is going to be in that relationship is going to be unhappy. Like if you always wanted to have kids and your partner said no, and you forced your partner to have kids, and now he's resentful because he never wanted to have the kids in the first place, and now the kids are causing all these kind of problems and headaches. So you really have to make sure that who you're with has those same values. But it's also very important to spend quality time with each other. Because like I hear people talk about a lot of the times in their relationships that they have like date nights carved out. They even will come down to scheduling date nights and get all fixed up, look nice, even if it's just to have dinner inside the house. But to do something nice for your partner, because after you've been married or in a relationship for a long time, it's like, he already knows what I look like in my sweatpants. He's good with that, with my hair looking a mess. Like, I don't need to put makeup on to have him love me. No, but it's like the excitement. Bringing that excitement and joy back into the relationship. Because if you tell your man in basketball shorts all day, just sitting around in chanclas and then that's it, you wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be like, oh, you know, I feel the butterflies in my stomach for my, no. So have him dress up, put some cologne on, looking nice, and you do the same thing, even if it's just have dinner in the house.
I think overall, we just all need to get it together, because sometimes our priorities when it comes to relationship is just completely off. Like, okay, given this person could be, physically speaking, this person could be a dime piece, but when they speak or their character can just be so rotten, you know, unfortunately, we do see situations where people are willing to subject themselves to that bad character, to, you know, mistreatment and all of these things, all in the name of, oh, but he looks good or she looks good or I need. Let me tell you, when it comes to relationships, it cannot be a I need. It has to be a I want. Because if you need to be in a relationship to feel fulfilled, to feel complete, or whatever the case may be, ooh, child, you got to pump the brakes and you got to pump it now. Because if you say to yourself, I need to be in a relationship, your priorities is already off. It's already off. You have to want it. And you have to already have the conditions, you know, to mentally, emotionally, like I said earlier, in order to be able to handle a situation. Because just like everyone here spoke some great key points. So we need to make sure that we're okay. At the end of the day, you always need to make sure that you are okay, because what happens when that relationship is over? What happens when the holiday season come and you're all of a sudden you find yourself single and solo and you're like, oh my goodness, I've never been alone during this time. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Are you going to be this person that's just gonna throw in the towel and just be like, okay, you know what, whatever? Or are you gonna be able to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep it pushing? Because in relationships, there has to be all of that. There has to be understanding. There has to be forgiveness. There has to be all of these things, all of these important qualities, values, morals, like you said earlier. It has to be there in the relationship, because if not, then you're always going to find, I think, you're always going to find yourself hopping from relationship to relationship.
Yes, and true love, having true love in relationships is not what you see on Instagram. Seeing smiling faces, pretty pictures, 30-second reels that you see on Instagram with couples. That is not true love. True love is connection, is support, is understanding, is forgiving, is being able to have shared struggles together. Y'all got through that struggle together. Y'all got on the other side together. Those battles and those difficult moments in relationships is what really unites you and brings it together.
Yeah.
So that's what's most important when it comes to these relationships, is about the connection, is about having the relationship with the person and building a stronger relationship and a stronger bond with that person. So don't always think that just because you see your favorite Instagrammer with her husband or with his girlfriend or with his wife, that all of a sudden they are connected, that they have this amazing relationship, and you start comparing yourself to them. Do not do that. Focus on your relationship, focus on your goals, focus on what is most important, which is your connection, your relationship, your communication, and making sure that y'all have the same shared values and goals in the relationship. But if you're just in there for butterflies, trust me, that is not going to go far, because those butterflies disappear quickly. So think about those things before you decide to get into a relationship, or sit down with your partner and go over your values with them and see how you can take care of your relationship and help it to grow and to blossom. But this is all that we have for this segment. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back.
Ready to love again, but worried the past will hold you back? Join Breaking the Silence as we guide you through crucial steps to inner healing before stepping into your next relationship. Step 1. Reflect and release. Acknowledge the past to pave the way for a brighter future. Step 2. Rediscover joy within yourself. Your passions are the key to unlocking a fulfilling life. Step 3. Build a support system. Connect with those who uplift you on your journey to healing. Don't face life's challenges alone. Find your tribe, break the silence, and join the conversation.
We know it's not an easy thing to do. So be kind to yourself, be merciful to yourself.
Because at the end of the day, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to be comfortable with you.
This is where I am. My heart, even though it's wounded, even though I've done something, this is what I need to be happy.
Sometimes, all it takes is a conversation.
Got it done here. Ouch! And we're gonna make sure you lit this time. Ouch! You're not gonna get me this time.
Ow, Manny!
Whoops! Let's try an easy one.
Breaking the silence. Your story matters. Your voice deserves to be heard. Join the conversation.
All right, welcome back to Breaking the Silence. Are y'all ready for the question?
Ready.
Yes,
I'm
and the responses.
So ready. Yes, for the responses, I'm ready
Are
for it.
Are you ready?
To
But
hear.
we got to remind our viewers, those who are just joining us or just found us in the middle of the program, we'll remind you of our question of the day so you can play right along with us. It is, what winter thing do you wish they would sell year-round? So we already have some viewers who did send in their responses. So let us take a look at the first one.
All right.
Courtney, turkey, the whole bird, and eggnog.
Ooh. Yes, Courtney, the eggnog, yes. I don't know about the turkey. I'm not a real turkey fan, but eggnog, yes, all year round.
Turkey is delicious.
All year round.
If cooked right, it is delicious.
Okay. All right.
That is good.
Thank you, Courtney. We do have our next comment, which is from the Beatrice. Girl Scout cookies. It is a crime that they are only sold once a year. You know, I agree with that. Girl Scout cookies are really, really good. I like them a lot. I don't know about the all year round, but they are really good though.
They were sold all year round, we'd all be in trouble because those things are high in calories.
We sure
but they taste so good.
Wow. All right. Yes.
All right,
Thank you
let's
for that,
see the
Beatrice.
next one.
Oh, Michelle. She says, this is Michelle. She says, I wish Hershey's candy cane kisses were a year-round thing. I love all things peppermint. Okay, candy cane, yes.
I would
definitely.
tell you something. I never even knew that these things existed until this year.
You
Really?
are lying.
Me too.
How could you not
But they
know
are
that
so
candy
good.
cane kisses?
Hershey candy cane kisses, you knew they were?
Yes, I did.
No, I don't know.
I heard of it.
I'm with
Did
you
you
in
ever
that.
tried it?
No, but I heard of it.
I never
I heard
heard
of
of it. I had never ate it, and then I tried it, and I'm like,
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
Hershey, you
Michelle.
got a point there.
Yeah. All right.
They're pretty
Thank you,
good.
Michelle, for your comment, girl.
They
We
are
got to
definitely pretty
find
good.
it. We gotta find it.
I think I might know
Yeah,
where
they're
to
still
find
probably
it.
around.
I think
Okay.
I might know where to find it.
Don't worry.
So
I'll lead you into
I'll go
the
to your
direction.
office and then go in your.
It's not in
stash
my
of
office
box.
this time. It's not in my office this time.
Where is she going to
All right,
come
so
to this
Anthony,
time?
what are yours?
For me, it's a food again, but it's all the way
Rice?
back home. No, it's not rice this time. It's rice cake.
I said rice in my
it's
head.
rice cake. No, it's rice cake.
cake?
Yes, it's like they sell it like during this time, you know, and they only have it like different flavors. Back home, this is back home.
Yeah.
And they sell it on the streets, and that's the only time that you can actually get
Rice cake.
Rice cake. They call it bibingka in Tagalog, but
Bibingka.
it's bibingka. Yes,
Bibingka.
but it's rice cake if you translate it in English.
Okay. What about you?
For me,
Eggnog.
pumpkin spice.
Oh, of
Yes.
course, yeah.
Pumpkin
You're
spice.
a
Would be
full
another
baby.
one. That
Pumpkin
would be
spice
another one.
needs to be sold year round. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I think if it was sold year round, I'd get tired of it.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
because it
true.
comes around just one time a year, so it's like,
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
special.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But if
Exactly.
that was one thing, it would definitely be.
All right.
Because
Nice.
pumpkin
Okay.
spice is everything.
Thank you to all the viewers for
Everything.
sending in your comments, and you can continue sending in your comments as well. We always love to hear from you guys. So if you didn't get a chance to send it, you can still send in your comments.
Yes, it's so nice. Even after the show's over, we're able to see all
Yeah.
the
There you
comments
go.
and see that y'all are playing right along with us. So we are not alone here
There you go.
on the screen, right? But we're going to take a break because we're going to watch an inspirational story of somebody who was able to overcome great things and were able to transform their life. So let us take a look at this inspirational story.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
My life at the beginning was very traumatic. I suffered a trauma at the age of 4 years old. My father was killed in front of me by someone who thought he was a gang member. So when we were walking to the other side of the car, that's when the gang member pulled up and my dad got in front of me to block me from any bullets. From there, my mom worked hard to provide for us. It was me and my brother, but I always felt alone. I always felt like I always had to be the one taking care of my brother, and I was going through that experience, and I was scared. I was scared that I was gonna die as well someday, that someone was gonna come and kill me like they killed my father. My mom remarried, and she married a drunk. He was an alcoholic. There would be fights in the middle of the night when he would get home. My mom would think that I was sleeping, but in reality, I woke up from the screaming and from the hitting, from the things being thrown. And from that moment on, I had hatred against all men, because a man took my father and a man was destroying my family. So I started to rebel. I started to hang out with people in school that I shouldn't have. I hanged out with gang members. I hanged out with the popular people, and I did anything that I could to please them, because I wanted to feel accepted. I wanted to feel the love that I never felt at home. And I started to go into a depression. I started to lock myself in my room. I would cry myself to sleep every night because I was in a deep depression, and I thought about suicide many times, and I wanted to commit suicide. So my family had already found the universal church, but I didn't want anything to do with God. I had hatred. I had so many resentments, but I decided it's now or never. So I forgave my stepfather, and I forgave the man that killed my actual father. I forgave my mother for not being there when I needed her. There's no hatred, there's no resentment, there's no depression. My health is perfect, and my life is completely transformed. Don't give up. There is hope. There is someone who cares for you, which is God.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
So their story goes right along with everything we've been talking about in the show today, being able to have a problem, setting an intention and saying, hey, I'm not going to allow this problem to persist in my life anymore. I am going to make the necessary changes to change my life. And just like she did, our viewers can do the same thing. Maybe you're not going through the same problem that she was facing, that she was dealing with, but maybe you are wanted to set a new goal. You want to change your life in 2025. Well, now is the time for you to be able to do that. And as we talked about earlier in the segment, just make small goals. Make small breakdowns of what you want to achieve, and then you'll be able to achieve it, right?
It also reminds me of, looking out for yourself, for your well-being. Whenever you recognize that there is something that you need to change, you make the necessary steps, adjustments, sacrifices, whatever you need to do in order to change your life for the better. So that is always something that we're always promoting here, that we're always pushing and encouraging here on the show. So it was just great to watch that inspirational story.
Take it one step at a time, because it can be overwhelming,
Right, and if you're not setting goals, you say, hey, I've already hit all my goals, I'm good with the goals, but my relationships, my relationships, they be giving me a headache sometimes. Well, then I hope our segment, talking about relationship goals and not comparing your relationships to what you see on Instagram, what you see on social media, because that is only a small little snippet of what is actually going on in those people's relationships. And often, sadly to say, we do see the couples that we're like, oh, they're so strong, they're so good, they end up separating, and it's normally a reason behind Instagram or something along those lines that can cause friction in a relationship. So let us keep focus on that. And we are going to remind you one more time about our King series. King series comes on Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, with our recaps Saturday and Sunday. So this can be a goal for you in 2025, not to miss a single episode of Kings. But this is all that we have for today. Happy New Year. I hope y'all have a wonderful New Year. And we will see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.